morning everybody, and welcome back to Visit FYLDE Coast. It's a sunny, yeah, I think it's sunny Wednesday morning, and we've come to take a look at the demolition of the Ambassador Hotel on the seafront at North Shore. Now, if you're trying to work out where the Ambassador Hotel is, it's at the side of what used to be the Hilton and is now called the Grand. And of course this is the site of the former Derby Baths as well. So that's kind of where we are. So I'm looking at this sky and I'm hoping that what bits of grey there are going to disappear, and we can have a nice morning making some nice videos. And I can hear that they've just struck up with the Demolition Derby. And this has started this week. It started week commencing 23rd of November 2020, and today is Wednesday, so that must make it the 25th, she says quickly, adding up on her fingers. So it's got an emergency demolition order on it, so we've come to take a look and preserve for posterity what it looks like as it disappears. So before we get any further, before we get down to the corner, if you've not already subscribed to the Visit FYLDE Coast YouTube channel, make sure that you've subscribed and you've hit the little bell for notifications. We do all kinds of weird and wonderful things. We do live chats, which are sort of just random conversations. We do topical vlogs. We do walking tours of the whole of the FYLDE Coast. So lots of interesting stuff and lots planned as well. So apparently the Ambassador Hotel opened in the 1960s, although looking at the age of the building, if you can see the parapet up there, that's clearly Art Deco brickwork, I would have said, and the old frames around the windows, that's not a 1960s building. So apparently, as the Ambassador, it opened in the 1960s and it closed in 2013. And if you're local and you like coming to Blackpool, you'll know that it's been subject to quite a lot of strife, has this building. It's had squatters, it's had vandals, it's had arson on multiple occasions, and in 2018 it was subject to a big fire. So a lot of it's been boarded up. In fact, if you look at that middle window, just look at the state of that. Goodness me. So apparently the current owner has spent 2 years trying to make it into a residential site, because it's a beautiful building. I mean, imagine having a flat up on that top floor. It'd be a right view, wouldn't it? And finally, in May this year, 2020, it got consent for 17 luxury flats. So obviously, you know, the world's not been a normal place, has it? It's all been very strange and very weird. So he's been waiting, I suppose, for things to settle down a bit so that he could make his luxury flats. And meanwhile, the building's got to a point where it's been just about ready for falling down. Hence the emergency demolition order. So the poor guy that owns it has been slapped with the bill for demolition on top of what he expected to pay for conversion into flats. And just look at that. It's like peeling layers back and seeing the history of the building just drop into bits. And look at all that wood. Oh, imagine what you could make out of that. I think it's probably one of Blackpool's new wonders, because I've noticed quite a few photographs on social media, and obviously everybody's interested. It's quite a prominent spot, and it's quite a big demolition. Goodness me, could have had a right bonfire out of that lot, couldn't you? So I noticed some aerial photographs yesterday that somebody had taken with a drone. and against the side of everybody's lining up now, look. Against the side of the sea wall, everybody was lined up with the cameras and the video kit so that they could watch. Wow, that does look different. Goodness me. You get so used to seeing these big buildings, and when they disappear, it just looks so odd. And then you get used to seeing it, and it all becomes normal again. So it's quite a still morning today, so they've got a bit better weather for the demolition derby. I was hoping that we might be able to see some of the big machinery doing some munching, but I think we're a little bit early. I think we're here a minute or two before we needed to be. They look like they're clearing the rubble up at the minute. So I reckon Pete Marquis Demolitions has got a fair bit of publicity out of this one. Judging by all the photographs and videos. Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't know what that is. They're going to swing that into the building, do you reckon? What's that? Oh, is it a cutter? Is it a cutter arm? Oh, interesting. If you know the answer to that one, please pop a comment below. And if you like this video as well, if you're watching our channel for the first time, don't forget to share it with your friends and tell everybody that you know to subscribe to Visit FYLDE Coast, because we cover all kinds of interesting stuff that we do. So while we're waiting for some activity to begin, I'll just take a walk up here and I'll just point out the President Hotel for you, because it's also been in the news this week, as you might have seen, for a slightly different reason, because apparently it's had a cannabis farm in it. And I think the gist of it is that quiet sleep in Blackpool in out of season November lockdown is probably not a place that too many people take too much notice of. So this is the site of the cannabis farm, this one on the right hand side. So there you go. It all happens in Blackpool. And there's the tower underneath that black cloud. I'm hoping that black cloud's going to blow away, because I've got jobs to do this morning. I've got jobs to do and things to do. So there you go. That's the President. Did anybody watch a series about the President Hotel? It was on television. I bet probably, it must be 15 years ago, maybe a little bit more. It was so funny, really funny. It's a fly on the wall thing. And of course that's the Imperial, where the party political people used to stay when they came for the conferences. And I think I've gone the wrong way this morning. I think the bright clouds are at the bright skies at the other side. So it doesn't look like we're actually going to see any actual demolition at this minute. I'll just take some photographs and give it a minute, and we'll wait and see whether they're going to strike up and do anything. You see, you can guarantee that the minute that you turn your camera on, something happens. So, videographer's nightmare. So they're obviously just loading the steels into the skip at the minute. So anyway, going back to the building and why it's ended up falling to bits. It's believed that because the roof's been off for so long, there's been water into the building with all the incessant rain that we've continually had. Smile! And it's forced the steels in the foundations have corroded, and it's forced it up, pushed the building up, which has affected its stability and made it get ready for collapsing. place where people have come on holiday, they've laughed, they've cried, they've shared celebrations, and it's just all going in escape. Here comes the tram. Tram to Stargate. About 10 o'clock at the minute, so I think I'm out before the streets of Blackpool have warmed up. Just waiting. I don't know whether they're actually going to do any demolition. I want to see that top brick come down. Oh goodness me! It's a nibbler. That thing that they're just swinging around now. That's on the digger. It's a nibbler for nibbling concrete. Ooh. I bet that's great fun, you know. Right, we'll come back later. And we'll take, apparently it's going to take about 3 or 4 weeks to do the whole job. So we'll come back later. And we'll see what it looks like with the site completely cleared, and then obviously at some point something will happen. Maybe that poor landlord will end up with brand new luxury flats. It's very interesting. I should have been a civil engineer. I love anything like that. Right, we're going to carry on with this morning's videos. We've got some interesting ones to make from the South Shore of Blackpool. I think there might be something going on at South Shore as well. So don't forget, make sure that you subscribe to Visit FYLDE Coast on YouTube. Make sure that you've hit that bell for subscriptions, and you'll get the notifications for videos when we upload them. And we'll see you soon. See you later. Bye.